welcome back to my channel and welcome to yet another video. Thank you so much for stumbling upon this video and tuning in. My name is Rachel Ndinda, in case you're new here, but if you're a returning subscriber, you guys, I love you so much, and this you already know. So welcome to this video, guys. As you've read by the title of this video, I'm going to be discussing with you guys my experience of being a mom so far. This video is actually long overdue. I was supposed to do it like 7 months ago because I wanted to do it and title it my 1 year experience of being a mother. But currently my son is 19 months old. I thank God. I bless the Lord for this far. I'm just here to share my experience with you guys, and if you're a new mom or you're pregnant or you're a mom to be or anything, I hope you enjoy this content and I hope you learn a thing or two, and I hope that I be of help or I shed a little light to you. So the reality of becoming a mom, to me, it actually starts when you're pregnant. When you're pregnant is when you start thinking of stuff and how you're going to be raising your baby, thinking of how the experience, thinking of what you're going to go through or what you need to be able to take care of your baby even before you've met your baby and stuff. So to me, motherhood and the journey begins way back from conception. The journey begins from pregnancy. That's according to me. So during 2020, when the pandemic hit, it's when I was pregnant. It was a very interesting period of time to be pregnant, by the way. And things were so uncertain for so many people, but I thank God. My pregnancy wasn't the easiest, by the way, but that is going to be a story for another day. But I was really scared of becoming a mom. One, because at the time I really felt like I was so young, and I just felt like I was just like getting started with my career and stuff. So it was just a lot. It was really a lot. It really drained me. I kept thinking. I had a lot of stress. Wow, it's just a whole story. Let's save it for another video. So with time, I used to really pray to God, because I remember when I was 4 months pregnant, I had an emergency. It wasn't really serious. It wasn't like serious, by the way. I was having pain on my left side and I had to seek medical attention. And when I went to the hospital, it was actually a clinic near Ruiru. So I went with my friend, and the guy said that I need to be checked, and they did a scan to just ascertain like everything is okay. So they did that, and he told me that everything is fine. It may just be like pressure because of the growing fetus. So maybe the baby is leaning on one side of my tummy. That's why I'm experiencing the pain. So I was cleared for that, and I was given meds, because I was also having bad morning sickness. My morning sickness was just the ghetto. I used to be so nauseated in the morning. It was just like crazy, and also in the evening, by the way, sometimes. So I was given no sick. No sick is prescription given to, I think, pregnant women or just anybody who has like severe or chronic nausea, and it helps and it relieves the symptom. So that's what happened. And so I'm telling you this story because this is how I got to find out about my gender, about the gender of my baby. So you know, when you're a girl, I don't know if it's common with everybody, but growing up and just having like friends who are before me and who are mothers, we used to have the discussion of you, because of the symptoms you're having, you're going to have a girl. You, because of this and this, you're going to have a girl. They used to predict the gender of my baby, and also like fell in love with the thought of having a girl. So when I was told the results of the gender, I was just like, oh my God. First, to be honest, I was disappointed. Yeah, I got the gender disappointment. It's really, it's tough. It's not easy, because in your mind you had all this picture like For me, I used to like envision like I'll have a girl, we'll go out on dates, we'll wear matching outfits. At some point, we'll have to like do our makeup, we'll dance, all those little sweet moments that you can think of when you're having like a baby girl. And here I am, and I'm being told that I'm going to have a boy. So it was a whole new concept, and I had to unlearn what I'd already like pictured and accept this new news, because whichever gender, bora kwa mtoto akwe healthy and kids are from God, and I was just grateful. So I really got the gender disappointment thing, and I really prayed hard to God and told him, oh God, please help me to accept and help me like to change my attitude towards this. And I didn't hate the fact that I was pregnant with a boy. I just didn't think that he will be my firstborn. I just hope like my firstborn will be a girl and everything. And looking back, it was just unnecessary, because I love my son. Tamtam is the best thing that ever happened to me. I love that guy. I love that boy. He's my whole heart. Like, he's so adorable. And now that I'm with him and have spent 19 months with him, I really don't wish it was a girl, because it's such an experience being a boy mom. And now that he's a toddler, this stage is just the ghetto. So let me just share some key moments. Let me just share some things that I think are important to me, and what I learned and what I didn't know then. So first and foremost, about the stages when you have a baby, the newborn stage, such things like colic. In my case, Tamtam had colic, and it was the ghetto. The guy could just cry like for minutes, like even 30 minutes, and there's nothing. Like, it was just crazy. It was confusing. It was what I've come to appreciate about every stage that I've been through is it always, like, it's just a stage. It's something that is seasonal. For instance, the newborn stage, we were there and it ended. We went to another new stage. We learned, because it's always a learning process. Motherhood never ends. Every day I get to learn something new, and it's just a beautiful experience. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is a perfect mom, but to your baby, you're just perfect. So what I really like came to like teach myself is learning to appreciate every stage and enjoying every stage, because with time, in a blink of an eye, it's just like gone, and you'll be there missing what you are going through. Like, you're saying like, oh my God, I miss when he was small. I miss when he was at the newborn stage. He was so adorable. He was so good and cute to look at. He was so peaceful. He didn't have any drama, because as they grow, when the kids become a little bit independent, it's when you like know it's not that easy, because when they're newborn, they're very dependent on you, and they can't even like move on their own. You just have to be like there carrying them around and everything. But now when they're like toddlers, the guy Tamtam is like everywhere. He's opening the fridge, he's destroying my makeup, he's messing up the closet, he's just doing everything that he's not supposed to be doing, and it's a whole task. You have to be running around with him, playing with him, engaging him, because he has high energy levels. And yeah, so it's interesting, and at the same time it's crazy. It's not easy, but by the grace of God, we are surviving, and each stage has something new to offer. And in every stage, there's the beauty of it, and there's also like the challenges that you face. But all in all, as the days are passing, the bigger the babies are getting, and in no time you'll just be like, oh my God, how did my baby like grow up so fast? Like 10 years, 15 years, and I can't wait to like say that. So when you're a mother, you just need a whole lot of patience. Oh my God, this job, you just have to be so patient with your baby, because at this stage, especially for us, Tamtam doesn't know what's wrong and right. You just try to teach him and keep on repeating. When he's doing something wrong, you're like, no baby, no tam tam, stop that, that's not right. And keep telling him and be careful, because this guy doesn't know anything, right? If you leave a scissor like laying, a pair of scissors laying anywhere here, he'll just like come and play with it and maybe like injure himself if there's nobody there, you know. At this stage, like, you're very keen and you're supervising everything he's doing, because the accidents that happen around this age, I just pray to God for protection and to give me the grace and help every person that is helping me in this motherhood journey to be keen with him, because it's not like easy. So I'm having my yogurt for dinner as I do this video, because it's already past 12 a.m. So looking back, the newborn stage was tough, but I'm glad, like, we went through it, and I have a lot of memories that I captured and I lived, and I just look back and I appreciate those days. The days where Tam Tam was so little that he couldn't even like tell me what he needs, because now he'll tell me like he's angry. There are things he'll do and I'll know like he wants water, or even like go and like pick his cup and you just know like it's water that he needs, or just like grab your hand and take you somewhere because he's walking and everything. So every stage is beautiful, so enjoy it. Don't be complaining ati oh niko newborn, nitafika lini, toddlers and all that, because I remember when Tam Tam turned 1 year. So milestones are very, very beautiful. Milestones are very beautiful. The times that I appreciate every little milestone, and I'm so happy that I got to witness like every milestone up to now. So the crawling, the sitting down, the turning your head, turning his body by himself, the first words, it was so beautiful, very emotional for me. The first walk, I really, really waited for Tam Tam to walk. Tam Tam started walking when he was 13 months, around 13 months, and I'd waited for the moment for so long, because sometimes it's human, I think, but nowadays I don't do it, because I used to be like feeling the need of, it's so easy for you to like compare your baby to other babies without knowing that, without remembering that every baby is unique and they might achieve their milestone earlier or late or within the period, within the range. And this goes in line with enjoying every moment and enjoying every stage, because for newborns it's just like 6 to 7 weeks and that stage is gone. After 3 months there's no more colic if you are having like the colic issue. 6 months we have a new stage, you start weaning off your baby and you start complementary feeding, weaning your baby, introducing foods, solids and everything like that. Later on they start crawling. It's very beautiful. I have a ton of videos of Tam Tam crawling and I love all of them. I loved that stage so much because it's the stage that we like took a lot of time on, because Tam Tam, even when Tam Tam turned 1 year, he was crawling but he was still like standing. He was walking, supporting himself with items around the house. And it's so easy for us to like compare our baby's milestone to other people or our neighbors, our friends' children, and you know, and I think it robs people or robs us of the joy of enjoying that moment, the moment you're in, because you never know when will be the last day that your baby is going to be crawling, or when will be the last day your baby is going to be sitting down and not like falling, you know. So as for me, I really take pride and I enjoy every moment, every stage. I really enjoy it, because just a minute, because you never know when is the last day you're going to be at that stage. So being a mom has really been a beautiful journey, an interesting one, and also challenging, to be honest, because it's not easy. There are things you face, for example, like the sicknesses, When your baby is so sick, it's really draining emotionally, physically, but it gets better. He'll be okay. God will heal him. The medicines will work, and yeah, it's just like a season. And in that season, it's just so tough, but eventually, like, overcome it. There are other, like, when you're a mom, like, your social life really, really, really changes. Like, speaking for myself, mine really changed. The friends I used to have, we drifted, and some we don't even talk, like, right now, because at the time I felt like they don't get the journey I am on. They don't understand the new journey that I am on, because sometimes before having Tantam, we used to, like, talk, we used to hang out more, and later on, after having the baby, you don't even have time for yourself. It's so easy for you to lose yourself in motherhood, and you totally forget about yourself, taking care of yourself, doing the things that you loved. For instance, I used to enjoy doing my makeup. Like, I used to do my makeup. So I was saying, it's very easy, like, to forget yourself in this motherhood journey. So it's very important for you to be intentional when it comes to doing what you love and creating time for yourself, so that you don't lose yourself in the process, because it's not, like, a good thing. So be aware of what you love and continue creating time to do what you love. For example, that 1 hour where you just do your self-care routine, do your hair, do your manicure, get your manicure and your pedicure, sing if you love singing, do TikTok, because I do enjoy TikTok. It's a way of passing time, and it just makes me happy. Creating the content and looking back at the content, at what I created, it gives me a lot of joy. The little things, it doesn't have to be the big things. I also would, like, love to going out with friends, or just going out on your own, going on solo dates and everything. It's really, really important, even when you have a kid. And also learn how to trust people, let people in, let people help you, because sometimes we as moms, especially when you're new at it, we tend to, like, not trust any other person with our babies. And I was guilty of this. I never used to want anybody to hold him. I just thought that I was the only one who was capable of giving him the best care. And it's okay, it's understandable to be selfish with your baby, but it can be really draining. So I'll really, really advise you to let people in. At first it won't be easy, but once you let them in, you'll relax more, you'll get enough sleep, you won't be feeling drained. You can also use the time that you getting the help you needed to do the things you love, or just do any other thing, whatever thing that you want to do. So this way you won't feel overwhelmed with motherhood. It's important of me to mention that I was a stay-at-home mom for the longest period. So I got to raise my son during the whole season, until recently, I think 2 months ago. Another thing that I've learned in this motherhood journey is knowing your boundaries. You as the mom, sometimes you may not be knowing everything, because nobody knows everything, but I really hated when somebody, like, whether it was family or friends, who didn't even, like, know anything, they're not mothers themselves, and then they'll be, like, questioning something that you're doing, like, maybe, like, you've, like, put a warm jumper on your baby, or it's just hilarious. Like, some things you won't understand unless you're on the journey. For instance, in my case, Tantam got sick when he was 7 months, and he got a cold. It was very, very bad. And after he got well, I became so intentional and very, very protective of him. And I would choose, like, clothes that are really warm. I will even, like, put 2 sweaters on him, a lighter one inside and a heavy one outside. And this was, like, a mandatory. And this was mandatory, by the way. And sometimes I would get, like, I will get some judgment, like, si nzito, hiyo si atasikia joto sana. And mind you, from people who are not even like mothers, sometimes maybe it might be coming from a good place, but just remember, we mothers don't take it like lightly. It's like you're judging us and you don't know. For instance, this case, like, they were very wrong because they don't know what I'm doing. In case he got sick again, maybe because of the exposure to cold, I'll be the one crying in hospital that my baby is sick. So you as a mom, what I'm trying to say is, don't be listening to people. As long as you know you're doing right by your child and you're doing what is right according to you, people that don't even like relate, achana tu nao, acha wasiku, let them not affect you, achana tu nao waonge, because they don't know anything anyway. So another thing that I've learned is babies are very different, very, very different from each other. Whether boy or girl, your baby might be reacting so well to a range of products, while mine might not be reacting like very well to some products, or rather mine might be very specific. For example, my son has eczema, and sometimes the eczema does flare up, and it's very good to know what triggers your baby's eczema. For instance, when I gave birth to Tam Tam, I got a lot of gifts, which were from Carson, the soap, the body wash, the powder and everything, and even the jelly. And also, I had already like shopped for the items that I was going to use on him, the body massage oil, the, you know, this Carson's product, and it ended up affecting him. The second week of having Tam Tam here on earth, the second week is when I noticed like he has a lot of rashes and everything all over his face and even on his body, and I was so worried. I was stressed. So this is the first time that I rushed Tam Tam to the hospital, and I was so scared. And they ended up taking blood from him, and it was so painful. He cried so hard, and I felt for him. I almost shed a tear. It affected me so much. So this is the time I came to know that he actually has eczema, and I even changed the oil I use, the jelly I use, and everything that pertained to his body care. It had to be like natural, and up to now Tam Tam uses like medicinal soap. It's called Aquasoft. I'm going to insert a photo here. And ever since that day, if I don't have the Aquasoft, that soap, because it doesn't react on him, it's gentle and it's dermatologically proven, and it's for people with such sensitive skin, or with, you know. So that's the soap I use on him. And also I started using the coconut oil, as in more of the natural products, items that aren't perfumed, and they're just gentle and mild. So on his skin, I just use the normal Vaseline. It's unperfumed, yeah. So this is just to say that you're going to learn your baby as time goes by. You're going to know what reacts with him or what he reacts to. Maybe the oil you're using, the soap you're using, or even the diaper. Because I remember there's a time, because we used to get a lot of gifts from people who were coming to see him when he was young. So I had so many different brands of diapers. I had the Nip Nap, I had the Soft Care, I had the Pampers, I had the Huggies. So I got to test all of these diapers, and Soft Care was not like really the best for him, because that's the time I realized that he had like a reddish thing. It's like it almost developed to a diaper rash. It was almost developing to a diaper rash, but it didn't. So it's a learning process. So I got to learn that when I'm generous with the jelly that I use when changing his diapers, it's very hard for him to like get the reactions or get the diaper rash. And frequently changing his diaper, that has really worked well for me. So, and applying generously petroleum jelly, the one that he uses when I'm changing down there. So it has really like helped me. Now I know the brand that I've loved, so we've come to love Molflix. That's the brand we use. For Tam Tam I use the pants one, and I love Molflix kabisa. And that's it. It's a learning process. You get better at it, because I remember when he was a newborn, I didn't even know stuff like how many blankets I'm supposed to be using. I didn't know if I'm overdoing. I didn't know. It's just funny. And also when he was a newborn, it was funny when I used to lay him down to sleep. I used to go like 5 times to confirm if he's still there, like if he's still alive, or check for his pulse, because he wasn't like making sounds, or maybe he had just slept for a longer hours, and I was just like, is it okay, is it normal? You know, it's normal. That's very normal among us mothers. And it's just the paranoia. I think it's just being paranoid. It's interesting, and at that newborn stage, it's just crazy. Another thing that I've learned during this entire period is managing your home and trying to balance everything. It's not really realistic to achieve. It's not really realistic to achieve a balance, but we try. You just try, you know. And also another thing that I've learned and I've come to appreciate is having help, like, and having employers and having nannies around. Maintaining, one thing that I've learned that is important is, so maintain, when you're having employees in the home like nannies, it's good to maintain the basic stuff, like maintain an employees relationship, be human, and also just know they're funny creatures and they're funny characters. So be prepared. Some are dramatic, so you'll outgrow and you'll learn in the process. It's a process. You become better, you know better, and you also like know how to deal with them better as time goes by. Don't beat yourself up, because for me, I've been to the worst with nannies, and if you ask me now, I really know a lot better, and I know so much compared to when I was starting like hiring them, and I know what to look for, and I would actually like encourage or recommend you to get the CCTV camera if you don't have it, because it gives you a sense of security and peace of mind. Wherever you are, you can monitor what your baby is up to or how he's being treated. And when you see a red flag, trust your instincts. Just fire that person. There are so many. You will get better. So just don't tolerate. Don't be desperate for them. And I just pray that you get a good one, because there are good ones and there are bad ones. So beware of that, and don't beat up yourself. It's okay even if you hire like 50 of them 1 year, and looking out for the best interest for you of your baby. It's okay. And as for me, what I've learned, especially on this matter, is just to trust my instincts. They never lie. And just be watchful, believe what you see, and don't just like trust easily. And yeah, so another thing that I must mention is you just have to be so gentle with yourself. Be kind to yourself. You go through much. It's such an interesting experience. At the same time, don't beat yourself, whether it's about how you look, because people do change. You can't expect to look the same or feel the same way like you used to before the baby. Embrace the changes. Be happy with whatever you're facing, be it your new body, the way it looks, your new breasts, the size of your breast, and everything. Just be gentle and kind to yourself. Love on yourself. Treat yourself the way you would want anybody to treat you. Practice your love languages on yourself. Don't wait for any other person to come and make you happy and to give you the happiness that you deserve. So yeah, these small things really mean a lot. Like just time off to just go on a date by yourself. It really helps me, and I actually enjoy them these days. Previously, I didn't used to go on dates alone, to be honest. But now, anytime like I get the chance to like go by myself, I just take it. You love your own company. So I'm saying you just take care of yourself, because when your cup is empty, what are you going to pour to others? So fill yourself and do what you know is right for your home and for your baby, and don't let any other person challenge it for you, be it family, be it friends. Just trust yourself that you got it, that you got this, because I believe God made you a mother for a reason, and you're acing it. And also, if nobody appreciates you, don't beat yourself up. You're doing a good job. It's not an easy job. It's one of the hardest jobs, by the way. It's really, really hard taking care of a little one and everything. Somebody little being dependent on you. It's an amazing thing. It's magical. It's beautiful. And above all, we just thank God, and I believe God gives us grace to do all these things. It's not because we are able, it's not by our might, but it's by the blood of Jesus Christ and by his grace and favor. I hope you guys have learned a thing or two. I will also love to learn from you guys, because I do learn a lot from you guys. Please share on the comment section. Let me know, what have you learned in this journey of being a mother, because I know there's so many of you who are above me and who are like mothers to teenagers, and even like people who like are married, because I do check